The Mariners are getting set to face the Dodgers at the Peoria Sports Complex. They will play 3 of their next 4 games at home. That's a good thing because they have won 4 of 6 there this spring. Hi, everyone. Andrew Mantank here along with Bill Kruger. And I know it's just spring training, folks, and you can't get too excited about the numbers. At the same time, Bill, 21 runs over the last 2 games. That's what Seattle has scored. A gal could kind of get used to this sort of thing.
Yeah, it's nice to see this team score it. But it's Arizona. Everybody knows it's a launching pad, and the games get long, and a lot of guys get in games, and runs start to build up. But when you look at this team this year, they have a real leadoff hitter in Austin Jackson, have a great spring. They've acquired a number 2 hitter, a 2-headed monster in Ruggiano and Smith. And that middle of the order, wow. Adding Nelson Cruz to Seager and, of course, Robinson Cano. This is a real dangerous middle of the lineup that's going to score a lot of runs in the regular season. Now,
meantime, the starting pitchers for Seattle have just a 1.86 ERA so far. And there's a ton of talent climbing the hill for both clubs today. Clayton Kershaw starts for the Dodgers. He has a sub-2 ERA. Right now, it's our Lexus pitching matchup. Roenis Elias will make his 3rd appearance of the spring for the Mariners. Last year became just the 7th rookie pitcher in club history with 10 or more wins. He is top of mind for Dave Sims and Mike Flowers heading into this one.
Last year at this time, nobody knew who Roenis Elias was. We do now. He's fighting for a spot here this year.
He is. Taijuan Walker's making it difficult for him, but he's trying to lock down that 5th spot in the rotation. He's going to get a chance to pitch this afternoon. He needs a good outing because Taijuan has just been lights out. But I think this is another one of those things. They're going to wait till the end of camp. But I think the way Taijuan, I think he's out in front, so Elias is going to have to come out and pitch well.
You know what's interesting about today's game, too? Don Mattingly is starting, if you will, the varsity, too. So this will be a good test.
Yeah, it's a major league lineup that he's going to go against today. He'll probably pitch 3, maybe 4 innings in this one. But, again, he has to be able to command the strike zone today. He has to stay away from walks. I think that's what they want to see. Maybe get his first strikeout of the spring today would be good to see. Also get his confidence going. Talented young man, really helped the club out, but he's in a pretty stiff competition right now.
Yes, he is, and he'll be facing Clayton Kershaw. So this is going to be a lot of fun to get started here in Peoria.
Guys, and on the topic of Kershaw, 3rd spring start for him. They stretched him out to 3 innings his last time out, Bill. You know, he may just go out there and try to work on something today, but it doesn't matter. This guy's still hard to track down.
Oh, you're absolutely right. This is an elite pitcher, maybe the best pitcher in all of baseball. When you look at what he did last year, gave the league a month, missed a month, went 21-3 with a 1.77, won the Cy Young for the 3rd time and the MVP. And this guy can really do everything. Great arm in the mid-90s, 12-6 hook, and he's developed a slider since he's been in the big leagues that's really become the most devastating pitch he has. He fields his position, he holds runners. There isn't anything that this guy can't do, and he is an ultimate competitor, Ange.
And his arms are like 4 feet long. It's just ridiculous. And he's got that arm on the left side of his body, I know. All right, several ties between these 2 teams. Kyle Seager's younger brother, Corey, plays for the Dodgers. So does assistant hitting coach Andy Van Slyke's son. Neither one of those guys is going to be starting this game. This is who will for Los Angeles. Jimmy Rollins. We're going to see Yasiel Puig in right field. Adrian Gonzalez, Howie Kendrick, your second baseman. Carl Crawford is out in left. Andre Ethier in center, and Alex Guerrero will be your DH today. Now, as for your Seattle Mariners, Austin Jackson leads off in center field. Ruggiano in left. We have got Robinson Cano at second base. Cruz out in right today, and Weeks is going to be your DH. Logan at first. We're going to see Zunino at catching. It's interesting. We're going to see DJ Peterson at third base, who's playing a lot of first base, and Marte is your shortstop. All right, well, that is how we are going to play. I think we can start the countdown, can't we? 22 days to opening day. I know that Dave Sims and Mike Flowers are as well. We hope that you will be spending your entire summer with all of us, folks. Dave, Mike, to you now.
All right, Angie, thank you. Welcome to the middle of March here in Peoria, Arizona. If you don't get a spot on the berm now, you're going to be in trouble. Glad you could join us here for Mariner Baseball. They take on the Dodgers. Roenis Elias against Clayton Kershaw. And with the Dodgers just 20 minutes down the road in Glendale, a lot of their fans have made the trip up here. Don Mattingly is going to start a lot of his frontliners here against Elias. So this will be a really good test for Mr. Elias here as he battles for that 5th spot in the rotation.
Well, you're right. And I think for him, again, fastball command early will be a key for him. And then try to get his breaking ball over. So far, he's pitched well in the spring. He's given up just the 1 home home run. They'll probably stretch him out a little bit more today. This is only his second start, his third appearance. He didn't come out of the bullpen in his last outing. So, but the way Taijuan Walker's been pitching, hopefully he'll have a good outing today. But it's going to be difficult. It's one of the better lineups the Dodgers can throw at you.
Mariners coming off a win yesterday, 11-4 at Arizona. Here's Jimmy Rollins. Lloyd McClendon and his staff pleased with the way things are working here. We'll run down some of the cuts that were made today. First pitch outside to Jimmy Rollins, the longtime Philly, acquired during the offseason. Philly's all-time hit leader. 83 degrees here at 105. Rollins pulls one way foul. Good acquisition for the Dodgers as they remade the middle of their keystone combination with Jimmy Rollins at shortstop and Howie Kendrick coming over from the Angels. Two veteran guys, two really good pros.
I think Rollins is a Hall of Famer.
He's nibbling at it. 16th year, 2,306 hits, 3-time All-Star, 2007 MVP, 4 Gold Gloves, 2008 World Series championship. Pretty good resume. And there's Don Mattingly. He's in his 5th year as the Dodger manager. He's had him in the playoffs. Can't get by St. Louis these last couple of ventures. Kershaw getting beaten late in some key games. Last 2 meetings in the playoffs. Good looking breaking ball by Elias to strike out Jimmy Rollins. One away.
We'll take a look at this curveball from Elias. Probably his best pitch. Stays on top of it. You can see the amount of break. 12-6 curveball. At times, especially to left-handers, he'll also drop his arm angle down. Be more of a sweeping curveball. And that's his first strikeout for the spring.
That'll work. Here's Elias pitching to his countryman Yasiel Puig. Shows butt, takes a strike there for Puig, who had 296, 16 homers, 69 runs batted in. A mercurial player, if there ever was one.
Talented player. Do a lot of things for you.
Off the end of the bat for strike 2. He's got all the tools.
Speed, has a great throwing arm.
Sometimes his emotions get him in trouble, but they've been working on that for a while now. 0-2. Off the end of the bat, Ruggiano in left field makes the play. You mentioned the Dodgers, a lot of their fans, easy drive from the Southern California area over here to Arizona in spring training, the Cactus League. And anytime you get a chance to see Kershaw, who's one of the best, if not the best pitcher in baseball against the Mariner Ball Club, why not get yourself out here? And there's somebody, an old soul with a Brooklyn Dodgers shirt on. Nice. Here's a first baseman, Adrian Gonzalez. Consider strike. Adrian last year, 276, 27 home runs, and 116 runs batted in. Consistent performer. Came up with the San Diego Padres, went over to Boston. A few years now with the Dodgers. 0-2 from Elias.
And you can see Elias dropping down a little bit with his arm angle. Good fastball on the outside corner. Again, you'll see him do that quite a bit to the left-handed hitters. Change his arm angles, give him a different look.
Got Gonzalez 0-2. Big breaking ball, misses 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Breaking ball and into right field. That's a base hit. Nelson Cruz will get it back in. They'll bring up Howie Kendrick.
We'll take a look at this breaking ball. I think he wanted it on the outside corner and probably down, but Gonzalez able to get to it. Probably middle away right at the knees.
Good hitter. He had a good long look at it.
Well, and at times we'll see that from Elias. He likes his curveball and he has a good one, but he also has a tendency to overthrow it at times and miss his spots with it. Looks like he has a good fastball today, 91 miles an hour.
Strike one to Howie Kendrick. Howie, after 9 years with the Angels, moves a little bit north in Southern California to the Dodgers. Down the line, past the diving DJ Peterson. Ruggiano will have to dig it out. Gonzalez to third. He's getting the wave. Here comes Gonzalez. The relay from Marte is cut off, and the Dodgers have a 1-0 lead on an RBI double by Howie Kendrick. That'll be his third run batted in of the spring.
Howie gets a fastball. We've seen it for years with Kendrick. He usually hits the ball the other way, but this one he'll pull it right down the line. See the left fielder playing out towards left center field, so he had to run quite a ways to get over into that corner to dig the ball out. Easy double for Kendrick.
2 outs, a runner on, a run in. Batting in a 5-hole, the catcher Yasmani Grandal, former San Diego Padre, obtained in the Matt Kemp deal. 225 hitter with 15 homers and 49 runs batted in last year in 128 games. Wind blowing hard right to left here at Peoria Stadium. .83 degrees. Perfect blue sky, a lot of sun. Fill up a few camera rolls down here. Or camera files, picture files. Elias ahead 0-2. That slow breaking ball outside for ball one. Time called. Dodgers come in with a record of 6-2-4 in the spring. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Down low, these teams will meet at the conclusion of the Mariners' first road trip. Mariners open at home against the Angels for 3. Day game and then 2 night games, a day off. 3 games in Oakland, then go to LA for 3 night games. And on the 3rd night, April 15th, a month from today, it'll be Jackie Robinson night. Two pitch. Center field for Austin Jackson. Drifting over to his right. Makes a catch, and that'll do it. A run on 2 hits. No errors, a man left for the Dodgers. They lead 1-0 with the Mariners coming to bat. Here at Peoria Stadium in Peoria, Arizona. Good to have you with us as we look at Clayton Kershaw, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, the MVP as well last year. 21-3, a 1.77 ERA. Has had a fabulous career, and he's only 27 years old. He'll turn 27 years old later on this month.
21 wins last year, and he missed the first month. So think about that.
Yeah.
21-3.
And he's won, in addition to all the other awards, he won his 4th consecutive ERA title. The last 4 years, his ERA 2.28, 2.53, 1.83, and 1.77 last year. Strike one, Austin Jackson. Austin hitting at 375.
He has a good fastball. You'll see a 12-6 curveball from him and a changeup.
Hit foul, look out. During regular season play, the Mariners have faced Kershaw twice. He's beaten him twice. June 26, 09, an 8-2 victory, went 6 innings. June 9th of 2012, he went 7 innings in an 8-3 victory. In that game in 2012, he had 12 strikeouts at Safeco Field. Tag made by Grandalin. Jackson a strikeout victim, 1 away.
When he's pitching from the windup, he has a unique delivery. Has the leg kick, and then he has a little bit of a hesitation. You'll see when he drops his leg back down, a little hesitation right there, and then he delivers. That's a pretty good breaking ball. Hard breaking ball in the dirt. Of course, straight over the top.
It's kind of funky, and then the ball's all over you.
Then it jumps on you, yep.
Justin Ruggiano, 267 this spring. Homer, 4 runs batted in. Solid base hit left field by Ruggiano. The JR coming up with a base hit. Going to bring up Robinson Cano. Yesterday played his first game after missing about a week or so. He had to go home. Dominican Republic, his grandfather died. And I want to tell you, he turned in a wonderful at bat. Leadoff double by Seth Smith. And he got to a 3-1 count and pulled the ball to a second baseman, moved the runner up. Next guy, Kyle Seager, on a 1-0 pitch. Wanted to loft the ball in the air. That's what he did. Mariners got a run. Nice manufacturing of a run there.
But it's nice to have the veteran guys. Fundamental baseball, right? Just the little things that you have to do, the things that they work on down here in spring training.
It was great.
To see him put that into the game.
That same inning, he had 2 runs on 3 hits. In that same inning, Ricky Weeks bombed one to right center field for a double. And then Ackley on a 1-1 pitch got a base hit to pick up a run. So that was pretty impressive to watch that. Robbie hitting at 375. Andy, of course, yesterday again, missing about a week and change, was in the middle of a terrific double play. Great turn guy all over him. They turned an early double play. Fouled off. Kershaw out of Dallas, Texas. High school teammate Matthew Stafford, Lions quarterback. Played on a basketball team. Kershaw was the center. Baseball, Stafford caught Kershaw. Highland Park High School, about 5 miles north of downtown Dallas. Chris Young also went there. Chris Young, who was with the Mariners last year. One and 2. And Cano, high heat, beats him. 2 strikeouts for Kershaw.
Well, that's fastball, 94 miles an hour, but when you throw it up around the letters, it's going to look more 97. Tough to catch up to that high fastball from Kershaw. Again, over the top, you expect the ball to get down into the zone, and it just stays on that plane as Cano swings underneath it. See a little James Paxton with the way he's over the top.
I'll buy that. Yeah, absolutely. Here's Nelson Cruz. Again, I happened to be down in the field watching Cruz when he was taking BP. Hit a lot of high fly, towering drives out of the ballpark, and Rich Donnelly, the third base coach, said one of the balls he hit the other day, it was so high in the air, 6 guys called for it. Going the other way, muscles that one for a base hit. Luciano will hold at second. Yasiel Puig's got a great arm. No chance going to run on him.
Ends up jamming him a little bit. Again, a high fastball just above the belt. So he hits it right off the label. Yep, fights it off.
Well, Cruz, strongest guy in the team, and Ricky Weeks not far behind. He muscled the double. I mean, he had a pitch away and just crushed it to the right center field gap. First at bat, and then he pulled one in his second at bat. Actually, it would have been his third at bat. He struck out the first time, and I put HH in the box. Hit it hard.
Well, we've already talked about the home run he hit over the batter's eye here at this ballpark.
He got a kick out of watching Taijuan Walker yesterday. Taijuan ended the second inning. It threw a lot of pitches, 26 pitches. He struck out Danny Dorn on a 3-2 pitch. And Ricky said Taijuan was angry. You could see, he has that nice, smooth, easy delivery. You could see him rear back and throw it even harder. It looked like it was about 99. Dorn had no chance. Swing and a miss.
He's having a great spring.
Yes,
Taijuan Walker is.
Breaking ball for a strike. Good looking pitch. Wake's familiar with Kershaw. Ricky, of course, last 11 years with Milwaukee Brewers. On nothing, Dodgers on the RBI double by Howie Kendrick. Mariners threaten here in the home first. 2 on, 2 out. That's some hook, isn't it?
That's one of the best ones in the business. It's his out pitch. It gets a lot of strikeouts with that curveball. So difficult as a hitter when you know he has 94, 95 miles an hour and he's willing to pitch inside. But to square that 12-6 curveball up is difficult.
1-2 pitch. What a take. 2-2. Dodger fans agonizing on that one. Mentioned a lot of Dodger blue in the house here today.
Yeah, a little bit of a smile from Kershaw. He thought it was a strike.
Two and 2 to Ricky Weeks. 2 outs, 2 on. Fastball away, missed. Good at bat by Ricky. Hogan Morrison's on deck.
His best fastball so far. Tried to paint the outside corner, 95 miles an hour. Take a look at Lomo.
Kershaw, 7 years in the bigs with 98 wins, 49 losses. Pitch down low. That's a great at bat by Ricky Weeks. Bases are loaded for Lomo.
Back to the Mariners, first baseman, number 20, Orson.
Tough break for Chris Taylor. A couple of days ago, took one on the wrist. Didn't get the satisfaction of getting a base, on it being hit by a pitch. But then he comes back next pitch and undresses the hitter and the pitcher with a line drive. Morrison skies out the left field, battling the sun. It's Carl Crawford. We wish Chris Taylor all the best, speedy recovery. They're packed in on the berm. 1-0 Dodgers over the Mariners.
The Mariners get them on, they just can't get them in, and right now the Dodgers lead 1-0. We want to know where you are taking in today's game. Use the hashtag #WhereIRoot on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and send us your photos. We love getting these. And these are fantastic because we want to see you at the television screen. See, that's in the background, and that's okay. Shades on to watch the Mariners because they are on fire. You do not need the shades up here in the Northwest today, Dave and Mike, but they would certainly be useful down there.
Well, just keep looking at the screen. It'll make you feel warm.
That's right.
Where we root. Hear from people who are watching all over the world. Saw one gentleman from Australia, somebody over in Belgium. MLB app. At bat app is a beauty. Here's Carl Crawford. High pop right field. Cruz is under it. The wind blowing hard right to left. Well, he stays with it. One away.
First time we've seen him in the field. He's been the DH throughout spring training, getting his first start in right field.
Number 5, Juan Uribe.
Juan Uribe. 2 for 15 on the spring. 311, 9 homers, 54 runs batted in last year. And we were talking about how mercurial Yasiel Puig was these last couple of years. Juan acts like the big brother, trying to keep him in the corral, if you will. Rely a lot on me.
Well, he's a veteran. He's been around for a long time.
Absolutely. He's a really good ball player. Breaking ball for a strike, 0-2. Told you before, for a flag that size to be hanging out stiff like that's got to be about 20 miles an hour, on at minimum 20 miles an hour for wind going right to left.
I think it's supposed to be in the upper 80s today, so that breeze will feel pretty good to a lot of the fans that are here today. They're probably going to have somewhere between 14,000 15,000 fans.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 0-2 pitch. Took a lot off it. It's a foul past Lorenzo Bundy, the third base coach. Davey Lopes coaching at first. Do it again, 0-2. Strike him out. Second strikeout for Elias. 2 away here in the second.
It looks like he has a good fastball this afternoon. You see 53% fastballs at last year. Of course, his curveball. Surprised that percentage isn't a little bit higher. He loves his curveball. 24% on his changeup. Those are the 3 pitches that he will use. Again, he'll also change arm angles and will throw his breaking ball and his fastball when he drops down.
Here's Andre Ethier, batting 8th today, playing in center field. As you know, the Dodgers have had a log jam, and in the outfield they got rid of Matt Kemp. He's in San Diego, but how much time do you think Ethier's going to get?
I think if they had the opportunity to move him, they probably would.
Got the big salary. Not a lot of people willing to lay claim to it. Good player, though. 2 outs, nobody on, and a 1-1 pitch. So Elias looking pretty sharp here in the second inning. Gave up a run on 2 hits. RBI by Howie Kendrick in the first inning. Mariners loaded him up in the first, couldn't score. Rick Waits, pitching coach for the Mariners, got to be liking what he sees. Drops down on him, missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2. Elias halfway to the dugout. Ball 3.
We saw Kershaw do the same thing.
Playing umpire is Corey Blazer.
We'll take a look at it and decide whether you think this is a strike. He certainly thought it was. Mike Zunino does a great job framing pitches.
Pay it off here to Ethier. Foul off. Long look by Elias. And now he's ready. 3-2 again, Ethier. Foul ball. I like the way that distribution is working for Elias so far. Do it again at 3-2. Reset again.
We were talking about the Dodgers lineup today, and they have a lot of the big leaguers in their lineup. And they're going to battle you. So for Elias, one, it's a good thing he's throwing strikes, most of them quality strikes. But they are going to make him work.
Alex Guerrero, the DH, is on deck. Strike 3 called. So Elias wins that battle, goes 1-2-3 in the second. Ethier didn't like the call by Corey Blazer. When we come back, bottom third of the Mariner order, Mike Zunino, DJ Peterson, and Ketel Marte. Rain is at hand up in Seattle, so enjoy the sunshine that will bring you this afternoon. And the 2015 season is fast approaching, and there's still time to join the club as a Mariners season ticket holder. Guarantee yourself the lowest ticket price, plus enjoy great benefits, including early gate openings, postseason priority, and more. For more information on joining the club, visit mariners.com/tickets. Mike Zunino's first look at the great Clayton Kershaw. Mike off to a really nice start here in the spring. 5 for 11 with a homer and 4 runs batted in. There's some of the sunshine we were talking about. 1-1 to count. Mariners had them loaded. And a single from Ruggiano, a single from Cruz, and a walk to Weeks. Logan Morrison popped up to end the inning. 1-2.
It was interesting talking to Mike the other day, and you mentioned what he's done in the spring so far, hitting .455 with a home run and the 4 RBIs. He's got a 5-game hitting streak going. I was talking to him about maybe some of the things he was working. I said he spread out a little bit more. And as strong as he is, he doesn't need a real big leg kick or a long stride. And he did that so that hopefully he can get a better look, and it's worked out well for him here in spring. Last year with the 22 home runs, I know a lot of fans would like to see his batting average move up. I think that it will, and that's one of the things that he's worked on, is just spreading out a little bit more.
Yeah, he does not want to finish under the Mendoza line again. He finished at 199.
Yeah, I don't think he will. His first full season in the big leagues. We talked about it before with him. A lot on his plate as the catcher, the best pitching staff, and that's where his priority was at, and he'll tell you that. Because he's spread out just a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think that'll serve him well. He's so strong. I don't think it'll take away any of his power.
Of the 22 home runs, I want to say about 3 or 4 he hit opposite field. It wasn't a lot. Most of them
just
were
a few, but that's something he's worked on too, is hitting the ball the other way. And to do that, you have to let the ball travel and get a better look at it.
2-2. Kershaw's run a full count. Got a career ERA of 2.48 over his first 7 years in the big leagues. 98 wins, 49 losses. 3-2 pitch. That's well tagged. Going back left fielder as Crawford can't get it. Played off the wall. And Zunino just bangs one out there over his head for a leadoff double here in the second. 6 for 12 on the spring for Mike Zunino.
And now a 6-game hitting streak. You take a look at it, not much of a stride. I thought the big key to this at bat was on the 2-2 pitch. Kershaw threw him a pretty good breaking ball that was down. He was able to lay off of that. That's something that he wasn't able to do last year. Gets himself to a 3-2 count and takes care of that fastball. So he hits it over Crawford's head. So good at bat for Mike.
Now Zunino with the tying run at second. Here's DJ Peterson playing at third today. Kyle Seager getting a day off. Ball 1 to DJ. Seager with a walk and 2 sac flies yesterday. Peterson got in the game late and flied out to right. 1-0 pitch. The ball 2-2-0. League MVP and the Cy Young Award winner. Not too many pitchers have doubled up. Moves the runner up. Good job by DJ Peterson. Howie Kendrick throws him out, advancing to third is Zunino. Well done.
He'll get some high fives. He gets back to the dugout. We were talking about it earlier, fundamental baseball, and that's winning baseball is what it is. You don't always have to get it done yourself, but if you're going to make an out, at least advance the runner, and he was able to accomplish that.
High fives all around. Earlier today, Felix Hernandez pitched on field 6. They got Kershaw, Hernandez pitching the same day. 2 different fields, not in the same game. Come on. That would have been an unbelievable attraction, huh? Ketel Marte, and the eyes of Lloyd McClendon and staff are really going to be on this guy now with Chris Taylor out 4 to 6 weeks. Brad Miller's your starting shortstop. But they really love the potential that this young man has. Switch hitter. Early troubles fielding and 5 errors earlier in the early that first week. I think we'll see some action. Infield up close here to cut off this run.
Just 21 years old, and he's shown a lot of range. He has a strong throwing arm. And I think those early errors you were talking about, I think that's just some nerves probably. Young man in big league camp, but you look at his skill set, it's impressive. He can do a lot of things, and he can run. He's been able to steal some bases here in the spring. That's been fun to watch.
Chopper right to Kershaw. Runner holds, and Kershaw throws him out. 2 down. Let's see if Austin Jackson can get a 2-out knock here.
Looks like it bounces off the plate. It does. It stayed in the air for a while. It's a tough read. Zunino, the runner at third, decides to stay there with the infield in. A lot of times the manager will send a message over to the third base coach and let him know whether they're going to go on contact or not. And he clearly was not going. He wanted the ball to get through the infield.
Jackson struck out his first time. Strike 1 to Austin. Couldn't ask for a better day and a better setting here at Cactus League action. Full house here at the Peoria Sports Complex. Breaking ball gets that corner.
Wonder how many hitters over the course of the summer with Kershaw on that curveball, how many of them give up on it? It looks like it's going to be high, and he's able to steal a strike with it because it's so sharp and late.
And like you said, you're well aware of 94-95.
Well, that was the first pitch to him. That was in on his hands that he fouled off.
0-2. 0 for the 7th inning against the Cardinals last year. Things might have gotten a little different in the division series for Kershaw and the Dodgers. They wound up losing to the Cardinals in the division series 3-1 the year before. They lost in the NLCS 4-2. Cardinals just have his number last few outings in the postseason. Two balls, 2 strikes to Jackson. 2 men out, and Zunino at third. Got a piece, stay alive. Grandal paid a price, the catcher. And that foul tip.
Corey Blazer, home plate umpire, is going to give him a little bit of time.
Wind blowing here in the TV booth. We're behind home plate, a little bit shading towards the first base side. Do it again at 2-2. Even in spring training, you get a little bit buzzed, if you're starting the lineup and you're going up against top class pitcher like Kershaw, right?
Well, you look forward to it, and the other part about it is, and I don't know how it'll work out as far as the days, but with the Mariners going to the Dodgers, see if you can pick up some information if you can.
Another reason why Felix was pitching on field 6 today. So it's not to give the Dodgers a little bit of a look-see. Big bender, misses, full count.
Good at bat for Austin. Having a good spring, hitting .375 coming into the game.
Justin Ruggiero, a base hit to left his first time up. You can see with Kershaw, the days he has that curveball working. We'll catch you tomorrow. Here's a 3-2 to Jackson. Fastball down the right field line. That's out of play. Dodgers last year 94-68, 3rd most wins in the bigs. NL West champs. Had a great closing kick in September, going 17-8. They were 17 games over 500 in the second half of the season after going 9 games over in the first half. 718 runs. They scored 6th in the major leagues. 3-2. Up high, ball 4.
Good at bat. Mariners making him throw a lot of pitches here. 41 pitches as he works in the second inning.
And the bulk of them, the weeks in Austin Jackson. Runners at the corners for Ruggiero. Zunino saw a lot of pitches as well. Ruggiano's hard single to left field on a 1-0 pitch in his first at bat. Wind blowing out to left and blowing out hard. Goes the other way with a rocket. Look out down there. Strike 1.
I know the readings that we're getting are 94, 95, but he looks as he's throwing even harder than that. This fastball is getting on the hitters.
Hunters at the corners, the 0-1. Justin tried to tie it up here. Howie Kendrick, first inning double, has the Dodgers ahead 1-0. Here's the 0-2. Runners at the corners. Puig, long run. And it's into the stands. Dodgers in the National League West. They'll see an improved San Diego ball club, defending champion San Francisco Giants. Colorado, good offense, particularly at home. Their pitching's not very good, and Arizona's still trying to figure some things out. New regime over there in Arizona. Here's the 0-2. Mariners this year faced the National League West. Be at the Dodgers. Got a home-and-home series with the Giants in mid-June. The 0-2. Breaking ball up high. 1-2.
Well, I mentioned it, 45 pitches here. He still works in the second inning, so they're going to get an arm ready to go.
Steve Smith warming up.
Thought maybe he would pitch 4 innings today, but stressful pitches for him.
1-2. Strike 3 call. Dropped in that nasty breaking ball. Strikes out Ruggiano, strands 2. We go to the third. 1-0 Dodgers.
We're headed to the third inning. Rowanus Elias getting in his warm-up tosses. Angie Mentink here along with Bill Kruger. 1-0 on those 2 hits that Rowanus allowed in the first inning. Since then, this guy that won 10 games last year has been pretty darn good.
Very impressive today. 3-pitch command, crisp fastball in the low 90s. Got a breaking ball at a couple different angles. He's got 3 strikeouts. He's been ahead of the count all day. And in the first inning, he gave up a run. But really, 2-strike breaking ball to Gonzalez and the changeup to Kendrick. These are bad choice pitches, not bad execution pitches. If he'd have gone with a better pitch, he may not have been scored on.
All right, we'll see how his day ends for Rowanus Elias. Bill, thanks so much. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, we'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Angie, Bill, thank you very much. 0-1 to Alex Guerrero, the DH today. Signed as a free agent with the Dodgers back in October of 2013. It'll be 9-1-2. Guerrero, Rollins, and Puig here in the third. One and two.
Good changeup from Elias. He's already shown that he's been able to throw his breaking ball for a strike. Bill mentioned from a couple different arm angles. That was a good changeup off the plate away. 83 miles an hour.
Fly ball out of play. All right, let's see what you got. Pretty good turn. Nice kick. Woof.
Wow.
You want to get a scout out there just to make sure. Bounces up there. Elias, 26 years old, out of Guantanamo, Cuba. Lefties hit just .212 against him last year. Righties .257. Good. Zanino. Ooh, it's a good thing Lomo's tall.
He surprised me when he shoveled it underhand like that with something on it.
The long sleeve of Lomo.
We'll take another look at it. Mike gets out from behind home plate about as well as any catcher in the big leagues, and I heard him call Elias off. Try to get him out of the way, which he's able to do, and I thought he would just flip it, but there it is, underhand, and Lomo used all that glove to get to it. Good play from Mike.
Top of the order, Jimmy Rollins struck out in a 2-2 pitch to open up the ball game. Jimmy back in his home state of California, born and raised in Oakland. As the Phillies shortstop in 07 on the National League MVP trophy, hitting .296, 30 home runs. Not a big guy, 94 runs batted in. Phillies went on to win the World Series in 08, lost to the Yankees in 09. Two and two. That's down the line. Luciano will retrieve. Rollins slamming on the brakes, takes a big turn, and he'll settle for a single. Nice job by Luciano to get it back in. A limited number of opening day seats are still available with the purchase of a full or 20-game Mariners season ticket plan. Single game tickets for the event, they've sold out, but you can still join us for the Mariners home opener when you call 206-346-4001 to pick out a plan. That number again, 206-346-4001. Good Sunday afternoon to you. Dave Sims and Mike Blowers were here in Peoria. Brad Adam will join you a little bit later. Shannon Dreyer will stop by as well. Down at Field 6, Felix Hernandez threw about 4 innings of a simulated game against some minor leaguers, Mariner minor leaguers. And down at Field 6, you're sitting real close to the action. It's almost like back in American Legion ball. You're 10 feet behind the screen.
Yeah.
And to watch Felix Hernandez and watch that ball move, what he can do, man.
And you can also hear a lot of the conversations that are going on.
That's correct.
That close.
Yeah, Felix was funny. At one point, they threw over to first to pick a guy off. And there's no umpires. They got a couple of coaches umpiring. Here's the pitch, 1-1. And you know how Felix is hyper competitive. He made a great move. I got him. He's out. He was calling it, no. He's safe, big boy.
Trying to sell it.
But you could hear him chirping during the, during between innings, rooting his guys on. It was a lot of fun. Drew a big crowd too. 2-1 pitch. There's a nice turn by DJ Peterson and Cano right in the middle. Yes, sir. Around the horn, 5-4-3 double play. That'll do it for the Dodgers. Thing of beauty. Dodgers lead it 1-0. Dodgers in town here in Peoria, leading 1-0 against the Mariners. And look at this double play. DJ Peterson gets it started.
And it's going to be a quick turn from Cano again in the lineup, second day in a row. How about Puig hustling down the line, almost beat it out. Cano, quick turn and a strong arm. That's the difference in turning that double play.
It'll be Cano, Nelson Cruz, and Ricky Weeks, 4, 5, and 6 against Clayton Kershaw. First time up, Robbie struck out on a 1-2 pitch. The ball got away out in right field. Puig taking care of it. So Robbie to lead things off for the Mariners. Third inning for Kershaw. Same pitch he struck out on, high heat. Oh, 0-2 to Cano. Couple of guys on Hall of Fame tracks. Kershaw and Cano. Pitch. Slice foul. Cruz and Cano, an invaluable addition to this ball club. Help bring Nelson Cruz here. Smoke to center field. Going back, Ethier. Can't get it. Off the base of the wall. Leadoff double for Cano. Sweet swing. Really a sweet swing.
It finally gets a pitch down in the zone, down and away from him. Looks like a breaking ball. See Ethier in center field. If he'd been able to hit it over that yellow line, that would have been a home run, but it looks like it hits it off the base of the wall or short hops it.
And it's new this season here at Peoria. Finally put the yellow line across. Seen a lot of guys get robbed here, hit it over, and it's only a double. See if Cruz can pick him up. Cruz, a base hit to right, first time up. Kershaw 0-1. Crowded him. Ball one. Shin Hui Sao, number 91, warming up. Cano with the lead and a pitch to Cruz, misses 2-1. All right, your Cruz going against this guy, best pitcher in baseball. What are you looking for? 2-1.
Well, he had a good fastball to hit on the first pitch. He fouled it straight back to the screen, and since then it's been a couple of off-speed pitches to him. So we'll see if he decides to challenge Cruz again. Looks like you're going with a fastball inside.
Heads up. Right at you, Mike. Holy. Mike Blowers, everybody, slides well to his left. That'll be the scouting report. Where's the kid? I need a kid. Come on, where's the kid?
Well, that was the fastball again.
That thing was singing, wasn't it?
I was just glad it missed the monitor up here. I thought it was going to hit the TV.
Cano's going to advance.
That'll help.
Cruz is waving him all the way around. Cano holding his hand up at Cruz. What are you talking about? Come on. It's the first one we've had in here in a few years.
Yeah, and I'm fine if that's the last one we have for quite a while.
I'm not complaining. Just make a simple declarative statement. Not complaining. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Nelson Cruz. Nobody out. Cano at third. 1-0 Dodgers. Up high. 3rd walk today, issued by Kershaw.
Doesn't look real sharp today, does he? He has good stuff. Good fastball. He's been 94, 95 with his fastball. But his command, his breaking ball has been inconsistent.
Rest assured, should the Mariners see him in that second week in April, he'll have it tightened up. You're right. His stuff is really good.
Stuff is good today, yeah. But 3 walks. Mariners fouled off a number of pitches, too. That's why his pitch count is high.
3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Giving up 4 hits. Ricky Weeks walked in a 3-2 pitch. First time up. Mariners threaten here in the 3rd. Fastball away, misses. Ball 1. Mariners had him loaded in the 1st, couldn't score. Left 2 on in the 2nd. Now they have 2 on again. Jimmy Rollins to Kendrick, over to Gonzalez for the double play. Run scores, tie ball game.
Looks like he gets in on his hands a little bit. Jam shot. Might have been a cut fastball and an easy turn for Rollins and Kendrick. But Ricky able to put the ball in play, and that'll score a run.
It's a quality add to this ball club. Ricky Weeks, along with Nelson Cruz. Hogan Morrison. Curveball for strike. Almost flied out to left field to end the 1st inning. He's a quick 0-2 hold.
A couple of quality breaking balls. We were talking about him not looking sharp. Well, those were 2 of the better breaking balls that he's thrown.
Kershaw way ahead. The 0-2 pitch. Tripled up. Morrison's going to have a lot of opportunities to drive in some runs. And he's looking to surpass his personal best of 123 games played. Hits this one on the ground to Kendrick. How he throws him out, that'll do it. No, a run on a hit, no errors, nobody left. 3 complete. Here in Peoria, 1-1 game. Brad Adam will join you right after this.
Sports is brought to you by Silver Reef Hotel Casino Spa, I-5 exit 260, Ferndale, Washington. Well, we're headed to the fourth inning. We wondered if we were going to have a new pitcher. It's not the case. Romanis Elias is still in the game, but we do get a new broadcaster with Brad Adam. Brad.
Ange, thanks. Nearly as exciting. New broadcaster for 3 innings, joining Mr. Blowers here. Yeah, I figured I could do 3 innings. Guys getting about 3 at-bats now in spring training, so as we all kind of gear up to that regular season start.
Yeah, it's nice for you to have the regulars in there before we have to start scratching up the scorecards by the time the 7th rolls around.
Yes, by then it's the Dodgers left fielder into their shortstop. Or number 20, yes. But here as Elias starts the 4th inning, it's first baseman Adrian Gonzalez had a single in his first inning. His first at-bat.
Well, he's thrown the ball well today. I think this will be his last inning. So hopefully he can get through it quickly. I like the way that he's thrown the ball today.
Gonzalez to right field, right to Mr. Nelson Cruz. Out number 1. Don't think we'll see Cruz a lot in right field this year, but good to know that he obviously can still play the outfield if needed.
And Lloyd has said that he's going to be the DH most of the time, but there is going to be situations, injuries come up, and you may need to put him out there, or maybe a left-hander, he wants to get one more right-handed bat in the lineup.
Here's the right-handed bat of Howie Kendrick.
He's had a couple of plays this afternoon. He certainly looks comfortable out there. That's not a problem for him.
Going from one Southern California team to the next. Angels to Dodgers this year. Fists that one right to Morrison, who couldn't quite read that one, maybe. Lost it a little bit, and it's going to go in for a base hit.
Well, I've talked about it before down here. We always talk about the sky and the wind for the outfielders, but for the infielders down here, a lot of times, because of all the white that's in the stands, it's hard to pick it up right away. And that was, you take a look at Lomo. He doesn't react to this until the last second, kind of throws his glove out there. So I don't think he was able to see it off the bat.
A lot of white, a lot of just about every color here in the crowd. 14,000 as you guys mentioned. It is a packed house here in Peoria as Grandal steps in for his second at-bat. We've talked a lot about the battle for the 5th starter between Walker and Elias, and Walker has done so well. People are thinking he's got to be, he's got to be the 5th starter. Well, kind of remember what happened to the shortstop battle. Chris Taylor, same type of thing. Taylor gets hurt out 4 to 6 weeks, so Brad Miller's your shortstop. You just don't quite know what's going to happen game to game, but both have looked well.
And they have, and it's still early in camp. They have a few more weeks to go, and there's going to be a big difference because as you get later in the camp, they're going to face more and more major league hitters. And I think that Lloyd wants to see some of that. Today, Elias is getting a pretty good lineup from the Dodgers to work through. But that's something that you have to let it play itself out. We'll see what happens. Walker has looked great. But again, I think Elias has thrown the ball well today. We saw him come out of the bullpen. This is his 2nd start of the spring. But you have to wait and see how it plays out.
Back-to-back singles for the Dodgers. Crawford stepping in as Rollins getting loose out there in the pen. A lefty getting set to replace Elias.
But here's the good news with all of that. Whoever gets the job, there's some talented people giving you some depth in your rotation, which is something that we all know from last year with Paxton going down, Iwakuma hurt at the start of the year. You need those guys. So
a lot more depth throughout the roster. Taylor goes down. You've got Miller. You got Marte if you need him. You still got Willie Bloomquist that can play infield utility. Off-speed pitch a little high to Crawford. So it's a good problem for Lloyd to have.
It is.
The options.
No, it is.
The battles. Inside, ball 2 to Crawford. Again, runners on first and second, 1 out here. Mariners tied this game, 1-1. The Dodgers, a team that, pennant or bust again this year. Big payroll, a lot of stars, postseason last couple of years. The Mariners kind of getting around to to getting some attention like the Dodgers have gotten. A lot of national writers, you've seen them in camp, Mike, saying it's kind of a sleeper team. We like them postseason. Some saying win the West, some wild card. And it's interesting to talk to the players about those expectations, how they're dealing with them. And I asked Lloyd that this morning, and he commented he's not paying attention to what other people are saying. It's just his message to the guys, basically tunnel vision. Get ready to play, be healthy, and he knows they're going to be good. Crawford, base hit to right field. This will score at least one. Cruz gets it in. A double for Mr. Crawford. Dodgers go up 2-1. They've got runners now on second and third.
We'll take a look at it. Another breaking ball. He leaves it in the middle of the plate. Crawford hits it hard into right field. Well, I think, Brad, going along with those expectations, I'm not surprised to hear Lloyd say that. I think that when you watch these guys every morning when they go out, it's business as usual for them. They're getting their work in. I don't think they think about it as much as we talk about it. That's for sure. But the expectations are certainly there, and I can see why a lot of people like it. You look at the Mariners last year, winning 87 games. Everybody loves their pitching. Then you have the addition of Nelson Cruz to their lineup.
Uribe skies this one up. Zunino stays with that. Out number 2. You'd expect to hear that also from those veteran guys like a Cruz, as Lloyd coming out looks like he's making a pitching change. But to also hear the young guys be excited about this year but not get too carried away. Just trying to keep focus.
That'll be the job of Lloyd and the veterans on the club to make sure that that's exactly what it is, that they're focused on what's going on and how important every day is.
As Elias is done for the day with 2 outs here in the 4th. We hope you're enjoying today's presentation of Mariners baseball on Root Sports. Here in the 4th, 2 on, 2 out. Receive all-star treatment when you take in a game from the All-Star Club, presented by EQC. This exclusive club, located on the suite level at Safeco Field, offers a first-class experience and a fantastic view from along the first base line. Your ticket includes a premium buffet, access to a private cash bar, and free VIP parking. Tickets and more info are available now at mariners.com/premium. Big action out there. Action here on the field. New pitcher David Rollins, another one of those lefties trying to make the squad. Another one of the lefties who's had a nice spring so far.
Rule 5 pickup, and he has it. And I think if you look at it, Mariners looking for a second left-hander in the bullpen to go with Charlie Furbush. So he's trying to make this club. What I've seen from him so far, pretty good fastball, sneaky, and a breaking ball. So we'll see how things go for him today. But he certainly would like to get out of this inning, maybe come back out and pitch the 5th. There's been a number of left-handers. Tyler Olson has also looked really good out of the pen, but a number of left-handers that trying to win a spot out in the pen.
Olson also scheduled to pitch today. Big swing and a miss by Ethier.
There you can see the good fastball, 94 miles an hour, tied him up with it.
Is his situation any different being a Rule 5 guy trying to make the club?
Well, the Mariners will probably, I mean, he's talented and he has a good arm, so they'll try to find a way to keep him, I'm sure. How that's going to happen, I don't know.
Just outside ball 2. Yeah, 4 appearances so far for Rollins. No runs allowed.
It's funny, too, because they're all aware of what's going on. So, you know, when you see him out there, keep in mind that they're aware of the opportunity that is there in front of them. It's just a matter of whether they can deal with it or not. So far, he's thrown the ball well. Another good fastball.
Foul tip into the glove of Zunino. 2-2. Good test here for Rollins with 2 on and 2 out in the 4th inning. Well, that one a little low. Perhaps.
Home plate umpire Corey Blazer thought it was low.
Had a couple borderline pitches so far here today. But if Kershaw's not going to get him, my guess is nobody's going to get him. He got that one, though. Inside corner on the fastball. Ethier strikes out looking. Dodgers do get one. They lead 2-1. We go bottom of the 4th. Mike Zunino, the catcher, set to lead off for the Mariners, and we asked Mr. Zunino what he worked on offensively, trying to find that swing after a disappointing year average-wise last year.
I focused a lot on some tee work. I mean, that really gets you in the right spot to hit, and you sort of hit the ball where it's supposed to be pitched. You can move the ball back on the tee into your stance and let the ball travel, and I did that just to practice on letting the ball get deep and hit into all fields. It just has your body conditioned to hitting the ball in a certain zone where it should be pitched, and it should be hit. And just train your body to hit in that spot so you can let the ball get deeper when it's actually coming to you.
Makes sense, right?
Yes, I like the drill, and I know exactly what he's talking about. You'll see a lot of the big league hitters hitting off the tee in the drill, and that's what they're trying to do. They try to slow the game down and let the ball get a little bit deeper and then work on a swing, typically an inside-out swing, so that they are more efficient at the plate, and that's what he's trying to work on. I was talking about him earlier, Brad, and the other part is he's spread out his stance, basically the same purpose behind it, let the ball travel a little bit more, not try to go out there and get it as much. If you look at him last year, I thought from right-handers, the slider off the plate away caused him problems, and now hopefully with the work that he's put in, he'll be able to make that adjustment as he hits this fly ball out to right field.
A little basket catch there from Puig. Don't know if that was planned or not.
I think he was having a hard time seeing it. But
it's also windy.
But Mike, so far, and the thing that you like is when you put in that kind of work and you have a goal in mind. The thing I like about it is he started spring training now a couple of weeks into it, and he's having success doing that. And so that makes you feel that all that work you put in the things that you're practicing are going to work for you. So you just continue to stay after it. But you have to gain some confidence somewhere along the way. And looks like that'll be it for Kershaw.
As he leaves to a rousing ovation from the Dodgers fans. As he gets one out here in the fourth, and he is done. So 3 1/3 for Mr. Kershaw. Dodgers have themselves a new pitcher. When we come back, another pitching change here in Peoria. Again, it's sunny, it's windy. Making plays like that difficult even for a guy like Puig. If you like the heat and really like to get out here and get a tan in Peoria, about that second week of March is generally when it kind of heats up. We see it here today. It's going to be upper 80s. They say maybe 90 tomorrow for the off day.
Beautiful day. Surprised to see you here. I figured you'd be on a golf course somewhere, Brad. But thanks for showing up.
Duty calls. We got a game here now. Tomorrow's off day. The chance that you'll be out on the golf course as well.
Pretty good chance.
I like that. New pitcher in is Sal for the Dodgers. He's facing DJ Peterson with one out here.
And Peterson grounding out to second his first time up. But it was a good fundamental play to hit the ball to the right side. That was after the leadoff double from Zunino, so he was able to move him up. We've seen him get a couple of sacrifice flies. So he has a real good idea what he wants to do at home plate. I think he'll probably play a lot of first base this year, even though he's playing third this afternoon.
Mariners seem to be okay at third base for a while.
Yes.
Peterson, a local kid, went to Gilbert High School here in Arizona. Skies that one out of, well, it's going to stay in play, with the wind bringing it back. Peterson pops out. Grandal making a nice catch there. Coming over from San Diego in the big Matt Kemp deal. Dodgers are so flush with talent on the outfield, they're able to trade Matt Kemp and still have problems finding time for everybody.
We were talking about that with Ethier, where he's going to fit into the mix with the Dodgers.
Here is Marte. Switch hitting shortstop from the left side this time. Grounded out to pitcher his first at bat. I know you guys were talking about Marte, and a lot to like with this guy. Go down to Tacoma, plays some short, but mostly second base. Taylor, when he gets healthy, going down there. It's been their Iron Man so far. He's played in 12 of 13 games in spring.
And I think the thought behind that was let him play early. Minor league camp just opening up. Send him down there. Let him get his at-bats. But now with Taylor getting hurt, he'll probably play the rest of the way.
Bounces this one to Gonzalez at first. Over to Sal covering. And that's your 4th inning for the Mariners. If we come back, Shannon Dreyer will join us. We'll talk about Felix in that sim game earlier today in Peoria. The 5th, Dodgers up 2-1, part of the new renovations here at Peoria Sports Complex. That's outside of third base there. And on the right, that building houses the new, larger, improved team store. Of course, you can always get your meats here. Always get your brats, your dogs. That's not going anywhere. I don't care what they do to the stadium. Those grills aren't going anywhere. You lug me back here. Oh, it does look good. Rollins stays on the mound for the Mariners. We're joined now by Shannon Dreyer, Mariners Radio Network. All right, we saw Kershaw, but early we saw Felix Hernandez in the area, just not in the same game. But we did get to see Felix in a sim game. Always fun to go down and watch him throw to minor leagues and just watch that whole atmosphere surrounding him.
What a treat for the fans that were down there. And I guess that was a full house, you could call it, down in the backfields for Felix. And it wasn't just the fans who got to see him up close. There were a lot of minor leaguers that were coming over for a little peek and to see what he was doing on the mound.
Was he pitching against minor leaguers?
He was.
Yeah,
and
so for them, that was pretty exciting, too.
Pretty safe to say that's the best pitching they've ever seen, Mike.
It is, but I don't care that they, and I'm sure they didn't care even if Felix strikes them out. They just want to stand in there against one of the best in the business and see what they can do just to get a look at it. I think if you were playing that day, you had to be pretty excited to be in the game.
Yeah, I think they were, and 2 of them got hits, and they're 2 names that I think you like to hear getting hits. One of them was Gareth Morgan, who was second-round pick this year, and another was Austin Wilson.
What a play.
Morrison. Hat off, diving, and grabs the pop foul, and Guerrero's retired.
Take another look at it. Logan had a tough time last inning with a line drive. I don't think he was able to see it as well, but he stays with this. Pretty good athletic play. Sliding catch.
And Shannon, I don't care who Felix is up against or where it is. If he's on the mound, he's trying to get people out.
We could get a team together right now to play a game, and he would have the same mentality, I think, going out there. It's one of the amazing things to watch about him. Today, for him, it was all about the fastball, and he felt very good about that. He told me afterwards just simply, fastball's there.
Enough said.
Enough said. So now I think one of the good things to see is you saw his curveball, and sometimes that takes a little while to kind of kick in for him in spring training. He felt good about the curveball today. We saw some nasty curveballs. We saw the good break on it, the good sweep on it, and he was very happy with what he saw from that pitch.
How many innings?
Went 3 1/3 innings today, struck out 4, allowed the 2 hits again to Gareth Morgan and Austin Wilson. One was an infield, the other one I think you could call it legitimate. Had 3 errors behind him, and that really didn't shake him either. So always kind of good to have that kind of experience as well.
Rollins fouls that ball off. So that was a sim game today for Felix. Is his next start back in Cactus League?
Should be on Saturday, I believe, with the off day coming up.
Right.
Yeah. And I think in his heart of hearts, he wouldn't have minded pitching against Clayton Kershaw today, even though it's a Cactus League game.
It would have been an enticing matchup.
Can you explain why Felix has done that a number of times down there in the spring? And it seems that over the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, we're seeing more of it. But why they do that, why Lloyd decides to pitch him down on that field and not bring him into these games?
Well, quite often he'll do it against teams that will see him early on in the season. And if it's somebody like the A's, well, they've seen quite a bit. I don't know that that's going to make a difference, but it's something that Lloyd likes to stay away. He said the same thing with this game because they're facing the Dodgers early, but Felix doesn't match up in that Dodgers series. So I suspect that was more to see the guy that we saw earlier. They need to see more of Elias against big league hitters right now than they need to see Felix against big league hitters.
And Elias doing a nice job here today. Felix, nice job as always. Do you have anything to say some of the hitters?
You know, he was a little bit quiet with the hitters. He usually will acknowledge if they get the hit off of them, and that's always another thrill if you're a minor league hitter when that happens. He did bark at the umpire. He had a nice pickoff move to first, and he looked clearly out, didn't get the call. So the umpire heard all about that. And then it was kind of fun to see Joe DiCarlo hit a ball, and he was on Felix's team. It was more of a hitter squad game than a sim game. Hit a ball that went miles. And when the question was it foul or was it fair? And you could hear Felix screaming at DiCarlo just to keep running around the bases. Eventually it was called foul, and DiCarlo had already circled third at that point, so he had to go step back in.
Well, those guys listen to whatever the king tells them.
I think they got the full experience on both sides.
And I know you gave how many pitches for him today?
51 pitches, 38 strikes, mostly fastball. Threw a few changeups. He's not entirely happy with the location on the changeup right now. I think that'll be the next focus for him. The ones that were in there look fantastic. They look like the Felix changeup, but that's one that I think he'll probably pay a little bit more attention to in the bullpen this week.
So probably 60, 65 pitches his next time out.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
The other thing we saw a little bit of is he always is experimenting with a pitch in spring training, and of course he's got that cutter slider thing that he says to call whatever you want to call it. It's basically, I think, a tighter slider. And registers as a cutter on the Pitch FX. Threw 2 of those, was happy with that. And I talked to Mike Zunino about the pitches that he tries to incorporate in spring training, and Mike just laughed. Said he threw none of them last year. Did the same thing last year, got into regular season. He's got 4 pitches. That's all he needs.
Doesn't need 6 or 7.
4 plus pitches. Yeah, that's more than enough.
Yeah, that's a difference right there between Felix and the rest. He's got 4 plus.
That's all he needs, plus.
You see that quite a bit, though. I know in the springs, different pitchers trying different things in spring training. And they usually don't take it into the season, but every now and then they'll find something.
They do, and sometimes they'll call it a different pitch, and sometimes it's just more of a little bit of an adjustment to a pitch that they already throw.
Puig strikes out Rollins. Good inning for him. A 1-2-3. Shannon Dreher, Mariners Radio Network. Thank you very much, young lady.
Always happy to sit in with you guys.
Love it. Enjoy the rest of spring. We'll enjoy coming back here after this.
The Mariners trail by 1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Time now for our CenturyLink link to what's next. Wednesday, the Mariners face the Oakland A's right here on Root Sports, one of 16 broadcasts that you can see this spring here on Root Sports. Our coverage begins at 1 o'clock. Brad.
And Joe Wright, thank you very much. As Austin Jackson steps in, lead off the 5th inning for the Mariners. Sal remains the pitcher for the Dodgers. Jackson 0 for 1, a strikeout in the first, a walk in the second, a really good at-bat. Worked that walk against Kershaw. Hits a drive to right center field. A new right fielder for the Dodgers grabs that one. One away here in the 5th.
That is something, Brad, that we've seen from Austin throughout the spring. He seems to be trying to consciously hit the ball the other way. I think as the spring moves on, we'll see him probably spread it around a little bit more, but he's made a real effort to hit the ball the other way, and he's having success doing that.
Up steps Justin Ruggiano. 1 for 2, a single in the first inning. With these new players, getting to know them down here, you forget that, yeah, they've got to learn the new teammates, Division League, but they also have to learn Seattle in the area. They're moving to Seattle. They haven't been there yet. Talking with Ruggiano, fouls went off the right field. He estimates he's been to Seattle twice. Family never been there. Ricky Weeks never been to Seattle, except when he signed the contract. Family never been there. So a lot of changes still ahead for these guys. You forget about the whole moving the family part.
Well, I think when you talk to visiting players, they all love to visit Seattle first and foremost. It's a great city. We know that. I think they'll be impressed with the ballpark and the amenities that they're going to be afforded at that ballpark. And hopefully they get settled in quickly. That's one of the things I know for myself when I played. I always loved starting the season at home because you always get that one day off. They'll come in, they'll work out, and then they get a day off to try to get settled in.
Right.
And that way you don't have to worry about that anymore. And they'll get some help on that, but you just like to get it all taken care of, and so you can just concentrate on what you're doing on the field. So it's nice that they get to open up at home this year.
Another fastball inside. Evens the count at 2-2. Yeah, get rid of, renting a house or an apartment, a condo, whatever it is, getting the furniture, everything shipped out, your car. A lot that goes into this. You sometimes forget as a fan out there. Swing and a miss. 2 outs now. That'll bring up Mr. Cano. Boy, I tell you, the berm absolutely full. Stands, everybody. Packed house here at the Peoria Sports Complex. Beautiful day and a big marquee matchup. Dodgers, very popular team, of course, down here. Mariners, very popular as well. Kershaw on the mound. It's been a good game so far. 2-1 as Cano steps in.
Robbie 1 for 2. Hit a double right out towards the base of the wall in center field off of Kershaw.
And a guy who maybe doesn't need extra work like some of the young kids do, but he's out there early. Talking to Mike Zunino about him, he said Cano was out early, 8 o'clock in the morning with Chris Woodward, their infield coach, turning double plays.
I'm not surprised to hear that.
It's amazing.
He missed some time because of the passing of his grandfather, so he missed some time, and he was just back in the lineup for the first time yesterday after going back home. But we saw it from day one last year when he showed up. It was exactly the same thing. He went out and worked early, and a lot of times you will see him taking some of the guys out there with him to the batting cages, or as you mentioned, going out and working on his fielding. But that was kind of the theme for the entire year last year, and I think winning 87 games, he knows what goes into it, and he wants to get back to the postseason.
He knows he's got a great shot here as he looks at strike 3. Didn't agree with that. He stays in the box, but the call stays. Mariners are done in the 5th. Still trail 2-1. seats, blankets, chairs, whatever you want out on the berm and enjoy this game here today. Single game tickets, though, for opening day. They sold out, but a limited amount of seats still remain for those who purchase a Mariners 10-game flex pack. Get your hands on one of the last few opening day tickets when you pick out a 10-game flex pack at mariners.com/flex. To the 6th inning, new pitcher for the Mariners, Mr. Danny Farquhar coming in. See a couple of replacements as well. Guys getting 3 at-bats, and they are gone. So Jackson, Ruggiano, and Cano are gone. In their place, Andy Chavez out in left. James Jones in center field, and Sean O'Malley taking over at second base. There's Mr. Chavez. Still getting it done, the veteran. Still an important part in this club, or the club that he's on. All right, here's Mr. Farquhar. This will be his 5th game.
Although it's not a big deal, you'd like to see Danny throw the ball well today. He's been a little bit inconsistent so far in the spring. His stuff has been fine, but falling behind hitters a little bit too often. And like I said, it's still early, and it's not a real big deal, but I'd like to see Danny be a little bit sharper today.
He faces Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez 1 for 2, single and scored in the first inning. That one stays fair. Morrison flipped to Farquhar and 1 out here in the 6th. That'll bring up Howie Kendrick.
Danny has a good fastball. His 4-seamer will be 94 to 96 miles an hour. Has the cutter, of course. That'll be in the low 90s, 91, 92. The good curveball. I like his curveball. I'd like to see him. Maybe he'll throw it a little bit more this year, but that can be a devastating pitch at times. Again, a 12-6 curveball for Danny.
First pitch swinging, Kendrick. Marte is short. 2 outs. Danny, a member of the, another entertaining member of the bullpen. So my question to you, do you think
that's a whole cast of characters
exactly
out there?
So do you think
he fits in perfectly
that guys who are characters, that we'll say nicely, are kind of drawn to the bullpen, or do you think once they get to the bullpen they become characters?
I think that it's the latter. I think that once they get to the bullpen they become characters.
Just a lot of time to think. A lot of time to sit out there and just make stuff up.
They have to entertain themselves, and they do a pretty good job of it.
And it seems to be the same that way for every team, right? You ever play with some normal ones?
Oh, yeah. You run across them. But for the most part, this whole group, and I think it's one of the reasons why they're so good, is they have the ability to have a good time out in the pen while the game is going on. But the minute that phone rings and their name is called, they're all business. And they will tell you that. But I think that, sometimes you get to where you're overthinking things, or, it could be a problem. And I think that they just try to take the edge off. And when the phone rings, they don't know who it's going to be for. I mean, typically the only one that probably really knows is going to be Rodney. He knows he's going to close the game out. But the rest of them,
sure,
it's whenever Lloyd wants to use them. So, best bullpen in the American League. So
something's working.
Something's working. There's a good curveball from Danny.
Grandal 0-2 now, 1-2. Off day tomorrow. I wanted everybody to know that he's going to the zoo, in case anybody wanted to join him out there. I said, are you sure you want to get that out there? He said, yeah, I don't think I'll be bum rushed. It'll be okay.
I'm sure he's perfectly fine with that.
Or if he was, yes, absolutely. Another play for Marte. Easy throw over, and a nice inning for Mr. Farquhar. 1, 2, 3. As Mr. Seth Smith signing some autographs out there. Dodgers still lead. Moving to bottom of 6. Dodgers up 2-1. We are joined now by lefty David Rollins over by the Mariners clubhouse. David, thanks for joining us. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys?
We're doing well. Nice outing by you.
Thank you.
Everything seem to be working for you today?
Well, for the most part, I just been working on my off speed a little bit and just trying to get that figured out.
You had a good fastball this spring. I've mentioned it a couple of times, David, since I've had a chance to watch you, and you're pretty aggressive with it. But is that kind of the key coming out of the bullpen, just to get after it? It looks like you want to get out in front of these guys quickly as you can.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started doing the reliever thing, you know, I just started getting in the mentality of just going after everybody and staying aggressive. I mean, helps the pitcher out a lot and keeps your position players aware, like keep them in the game and everything.
Now, we've mentioned it. You came over Rule 5. Have they talked to you much about it? How do you expect things to go? Obviously, you'd like to make this ball club, and so far you've done your part. You haven't given up a run yet.
Well, I mean, it's just a lot of competition, you know, and I mean, it's fun being out here, getting to compete with the guys that have been here for a little while and kind of learn stuff. So that's how I've been going about it.
You go an inning and a third today. Is that the next step for you, able to go pitch in multiple innings? Is that just kind of the next step in spring?
I'm not real sure. I mean, I just go out and try and get outs.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
You're going to be in, I'm in. I'll get you out.
Yeah.
Awesome. We did a nice job today, and good luck the rest of camp. Appreciate it, David.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks,
you
David.
Bet.
All right.
You really have to like his
awesome.
arm a lot. You know, he's coming
attitude.
and he's throwing strikes, which is a big key. So he's doing his part. Sometimes you get caught up in the numbers and you don't know how things are going to work out in the end. But all you can do is control your situation, and he's off to a pretty good start.
They came in with 2 on and 2 out and got a strikeout. Throwing strikes. Nelson Cruz, little check swing, is going to work down the line in right field. That'll be a base hit. His second on the day.
And it is a check swing. Pretty good fastball. Tries to stop his swing. It was a strike. See the first baseman playing well off the bag. And that'll be it for Nelson Cruz.
2 for 2 day for the Mariners right fielder.
Stephen Romero is going to run for him.
Now the replacement's coming in. Now the score sheet gets interesting. Ricky Weeks, likely his final at-bat here. Well, Friday we had the Brewers general manager Doug Melvin in, talking with him. A lot of good things, nice things to say about Ricky Weeks, who spent his entire career with the Brewers. Said he's still got that quick bat, and that'll help.
Well, he's having a good spring. Came into the game hitting .333 and has a home run. Seen him play some left field, the DH today, but at some point, I bet you in the next week or so, we'll probably see him play a little bit of first base too.
Said his hamstring's a little bit sore. Could play the field if you had to, but just a DH here today because it's spring. Why rush it? Fastball for a strike there. Count of 1 and 2. But he's been very good, very positive, very open about multiple positions, a new role for him. You know, he's a starter at second base his entire career, but now kind of a utility guy.
Well, basically, his comments been, I just want to get in the lineup. He doesn't seem to care where he's going to play, and that's the attitude that you have to have. And embrace that role, if you will. Continue to work at it, and that's what he's done. He's out early all the time with Andy Van Slyke. Andy works with all the outfielders, and Ricky's been put through the paces on left field.
And when you see your veterans like Weeks, Cano working extra and early, shows the young guys.
Well, it makes the manager's job a lot easier.
Romero going. Ooh. A couple of groans is thrown out at second. A close play. Rondal gets the caught stealing there.
It was a quick release. It looked as if Stephen had a pretty good jump at first base, and When he went to slide, it almost looked like he'll slow up on his slide a little bit, and his foot will hang in the air. And this is a quick tag. I think Stephan maybe thought he missed the tag. Did a good job sliding. He slides to the back part of the bag, make that tag from the second baseman a little bit longer. But in the end, he ends up getting caught.
See Romero there. Swipe tag got him for the first out here in the 6th. Full count now on Ricky Weeks. 0 for 1 today with a walk. Fouled up. Will that reach the seats? It does. Souvenir for someone. Oh, in the dugout. Oh, we got it back. Good. So a fan got that one. It was nice to see if fans work so hard to try to get a ball. Just slips away. Oh, boy, not just sausages, but some fixings on the side. Some peppers, some onions. Mmm. A little cheesesteak. Yeah, that too. Boy, that's nice. I don't know if I'd like to be working behind that grill today. It'd be pretty toasty.
Going to be warm.
Ooh. But I bet it smells good. Full count again. The pop up. This one's going to be playable. 2 outs now. Whether you're retired or active duty, members of the military will receive a ticket discount in nearly all home games this year, thanks to EQC. Save 10% on main, view, or terrace club level seats. To receive your discount, present your military ID at the Safeco Field box office. It's still windy here. And Logan Morrison steps up. This will be his final at bat of the game as well. 0 for 2 so far today for the Mariners first baseman.
Hit a good at bat against Clayton Kershaw his second time up. When he grounded out, fell behind in the count, was able to battle, but hit the ball hard right at the second baseman for an out.
Second baseman again. Easy play. Morrison retired. So the Mariners get a hit, but caught stealing, and they are down in the 6th. Dave Sims is back. Dodgers still lead.
The Dodgers scored 1 in the first. Mariners tied it up in the 3rd, but then Los Angeles retook the lead the very next frame right now, 2-1. Make sure you join Mariners Care in taking a stand against domestic violence. Participate in the Refuse to Abuse 5K run on Saturday, July 18th at Safeco Field. To learn more about walking, running, or volunteering, visit refusetoabuse5k.org. All right, we've got a change in the booth. Dave Sims back in, and I'm assuming you will let everybody else know if there's any changes on the field, right?
Oh, there's always changes this type of time of day. Come on, what are you kidding me?
Favorite part of the game right here. Trying to keep up.
Get your white out ready. Get a new pen, get a different color, and play along. DJ Peterson now at first. Yeah, Carlos Rivero at third. And Stephan Romero, he's in right field. And the new pitcher is Tyler Olson. You guys were just talking to David Rollins. This kid has been stellar, Mr. Olson.
I don't think that you can pitch any better than he has. Has not given up a run. In 5 innings, he hasn't given up a hit. And he has 8 strikeouts and hasn't walked anybody. So, and we've seen a lot of this from him, Dave. Come in, first pitch fastball, strike. He has worked ahead of hitters every time that he has been on the mound.
Mike Zunino said he really likes his moxie. He hung a curveball, and Crawford serves it into right field. So the Dodgers with a 2-1 lead. Get the leadoff man aboard here in the top of the 7th. Sitting in the back row, I saw Puig make that basket catch earlier in the game. I was like, what? Now, I like what you said. He might have been fooled by the sun a little bit, but I haven't seen basket catches on a consistent basis since number 24 Willie Mays.
Well, and most of the time when you see a basket catch in the outfield, as you mentioned, Willie Mays, that glove is out there a little bit earlier. It was almost the last second. He just kind of flipped his glove out there to make the catch. So that's the reason why I thought maybe he was fooled a little bit.
That's fair. Juan Uribe, strikeout and a foul out to the catcher. Chopper, double play opportunity. There's one, there's two.
1-4-3 double play. Well, he's been striking everybody out. We haven't seen him field his position, but there wasn't any panic here at all. Fields it cleanly and throws a strike to O'Malley. Sean O'Malley now playing second base. He took over for Cano. It's an easy turn for him.
Very good throw by the pitcher there to get it. That was really well done. Tyler Olson, good one.
Sometimes you see young pitchers, especially when they're in camp for the first time, they'll panic a little bit, and we haven't seen any of that from this young man.
Tough day for Andre Ethier. He's taken 2 called strikes, one in a 3-2 pitch, one in a 2-2 pitch. They've been working him down and in. Drop that arm angle a little bit on him. 2-1. Olson, a 4th Mariner pitcher. That one hung up in the air. It's driven deep to right center field, but Romero runs it down. Double play, big help for Mr. Olson here in the 7th. We go to the home 7th. Time for a 7th inning stretch. Tyler Olson continues to shine here at Mariners camp. 2-1 Dodgers. minded day. It's the kind of days they want to bring everybody to Peoria, Arizona. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you. 2-1 Dodgers over the Mariners, and Austin Jackson joins us right now. Austin, thanks for your time, and let me ask you about your part on this ball club, being a generator at the top of the batting order. What kinds of things are you working on here this spring to get yourself going here from day one in camp?
Really, it's just all about timing, getting repetition, getting swings, really getting to see some pitches, and like I said, just working on timing. That's the main thing right now is trying to get your timing and get yourself prepared for the season.
We had a chance to talk this winter, Austin, and you were telling me that you were excited about the fact that this time you're going to actually be coming to camp with the Mariners. How's that been for you so far?
It's been great. You can pick up a lot of information in spring training, and that's why I think it's so important to get started here. You get to not only know your teammates, get to know their personalities, but in the outfield, just getting to know your corner guys and their range and them knowing your range. It just helps out a lot, for those in-between balls, and then when the season starts, you have a good idea of their range.
You've worked with Ackley. What's it been so far, like working with Ruggiano and Seth Smith?
I played against both of those guys. I know they're athletic guys. They got good arms. They got good range. And we talked a little bit, but, really it's just going to be a matter of communication, talking and making sure the other guy can hear you.
Austin, you're off to a good start here in camp. You were hitting 375 coming into today, and one of the things that I've noticed is it looks like, and I don't know if you're purposely doing it or something that you're working on, but it looks to me as if you're letting the ball travel a little bit more, hitting the ball to right center field a lot more here early in camp.
Sure, yeah. I think the approach right now is really just, trying to see the ball as long as possible. Don't want to start pulling off the ball. Really want to kind of see it deep and try my best to work inside the ball and go the other way. And, as camp starts to go on, you start to get a little bit better with your timing, and you can start to get the bat head out a little bit.
Austin, I want to change gears on you real quick. You and I were talking before the game about Taijuan Walker. What have you seen from him to this point? Because you get a chance when he's on the mound, you're in center field, and you get a good look at him.
If I had to sum it up for him, I would say fearless. The guy goes out and he knows he has explosive stuff. He has good off-speed stuff, and he makes it look so easy. You got a guy with that mound presence on the mound, and he starts to get that confidence. It can be a scary thing for the opposing team.
Hey, and he's on your team.
Absolutely. I'm glad he is.
Austin, thanks for your time, man. Have a great year.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Adam Liberatore is the new pitcher for the Dodgers. He's 1-2 to Mike Zunino. Mike pulls one foul. Mike with a double to left and a fly out to right today. Clayton Kershaw started for the Dodgers and went 3 1/3, then went down and threw for another 10 minutes down in the bullpen.
I don't think that was a situation where he was maxing out down there. I think he was just working on a field, probably for his breaking ball.
Exactly, because he was just missing. It's one thing, over the last few years, we don't see him on a regular basis. We've only seen him twice in 09 and 12. But to see that breaking ball, man, that is.
And if you notice it down here, you can only imagine what it looks like when the season starts, because the ball, you'll hear pitchers talk about it doesn't break quite as sharply down here in Arizona.
No, it's some serious break today.
He did. He threw some good ones.
1-2 to Zunino. Right center field, deep. Carrying out there and hanging up for the center fielder to make the catch. One away. Wearing Gil Hodges. Old number 14 is Kiki Hernandez. Here's DJ Peterson. Started the game at third base, now at first base. DJ today, a ground out to second, foul out to the catcher. Ball one to DJ. Out in the berm. Crowd is thinned a little bit, but not much. We have not gotten a number on the attendance, but it's going to be a big number. They can max at about 15,000 here. 1-1 to DJ Peterson.
Well, I know they increased the standing room here, and they needed all of it today. It's a great crowd.
DJ facing Adam Liberatore, 6'3", 225 out of Bellflower, California. AAA Durham last year, 6-1 with a 1.66 ERA in 54 games. 1-2. Peterson's had some good moments here in the spring. Getting a chance today to play both corners. Day off for Kyle Seager. So found back.
We were talking to Austin Jackson about hitting the ball the other way. We've seen that a lot from Peterson, too. He seems to stay over towards the right side of the field, and I'll be curious to watch him as the spring moves on. When he starts to pull the ball a little bit, he did hit the 1 home run to left center field, but it looks as if he tries to hit the ball the other way quite a bit here early in camp.
Won a game with a fly ball to right, a sac fly. Tried to turn on that one and missed it. 2 away. Ketel Marte, he's made all the plays at shortstop here today, and certainly he's going to get the chance now with Chris Taylor down 4 to 6 weeks with the bad wrist.
Yeah, he's starting to look more and more comfortable, isn't he? And that just comes with some time and being around the guys and getting used to playing in these games. But a couple of routine plays that he made today was where he made his errors early in camp, but lately he's looked a lot better, a lot more comfortable out in the field. He has a great arm, I can tell you that. He's effortless the way the ball flies across the diamond when it comes out of his hand. And he's shown some good speed.
Switch hitter, and
he has 3 stolen bases already in camp.
People have said they remind him of Jose Reyes. Ground ball to the shortstop, Darwin Barney, the former Cub. And a 1-2-3, 7th inning for the Dodgers. Retiring the Mariners. Carson Smith heating up. Right-handers beware. This kid's murder. 2-1 Dodgers.
Come and look at Dan Clark, a house divided, and the same story here with Steven, my 2 favorite teams. There's no doubt about who Cody is rooting for, Mariners, although apparently he's a big Seahawks fan as all. Keep them coming. Where I root is the hashtag on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Jeffrey, a big fan of Felix. I got to get one of those T-shirts as well. In 22 days to opening day, that is true. Christine, Danielle, one more day down in Peoria rooting on your Seattle Mariners. Dave.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. A 2-1 ball game. Dodgers got RBIs from Howie Kendrick in the first inning, and in the fourth inning, Carl Crawford with an RBI double, as did Kendrick. The Mariners got their run on a double play in the third. 2-1 ball game. Bill Kruger joins us right now. As we have been marveling at the Mariners bullpen all last year, best bullpen in baseball. Now we've got Carson Smith pitching here right now. We've had Rollins and Farquhar and Olson. It looks like these guys have not skipped a beat.
No, this is a deep bullpen, very talented. Still some real battles that are happening, and they will continue to go on throughout spring training, Dave. Mike, this kid here was mighty impressive when he came up last year. He really fits well as a wipeout guy in the 8th inning with that great slider. We're talking about Carson Smith, although his numbers haven't been great in spring training. It's interesting to see, has he really got a chance to make it with all those right-handers that are really in the bullpen already? And then the left-handers, well, shoot, Rollins and Olson, they pitched brilliantly again today. Interesting to see what flavor they'd like.
Bill, so far, looking at the two left-handers, Rollins and Olson, we know Charlie obviously is going to be out there, but if they're looking for another lefty in their bullpen, what are some of the things that you like about those two guys? Rollins so far, I think, has shown a really good fastball, and I just like the aggressiveness of Olson.
Yeah, they're different pitchers. Both of them were starters, now being made into relievers. That's not a bad thing. Both of them have great mound presence and throw strikes. Rollins, as you said, 93, 94, maybe more when he gets into a big game. He's got a changeup for right-handers. The slider's been a little inconsistent, but he shows the ability to get right-handers or left-handers out. Olson, more deception, changes arm angle, a little bit more pitchability on both sides of the plate, got a little better breaking ball. Has a changeup as well, and he's been just baffling down there with all those strikeouts. What, 8 strikeouts in 5 innings? Could have a lot to do with Rule 5 and roster move, and those kind of things have to play in the equation, right? Because Olson would have to be put on the roster, and Rollins has got to make the team or he could depart.
Right, and you know how that works with the numbers game. You and I both have been a part of that in the past. When you look at that second left-hander, if it's going to be a situational thing, is there a type, maybe not either mention any names of those guys, but just a type of lefty that you would like to see?
Well, as you look at the way Lloyd McClendon shapes his bullpen, it does look more like you're looking for a left-hander to get left-handers out, which doesn't mean you can't not be able to get right-handers out. So you're probably looking at a guy that can come in for a hitter or two, as opposed to someone who's the second left-hander that might pitch for a couple of innings, because they have so many good right-handed pitchers that all they're looking for is space in case they need a matchup that they want, and then get back to all those power righties. So I think you're looking for someone that can get left-handers out, that can come in and have his stuff ready to go and throw strikes right away, because you can't wait around, because you only might face 1 or 2 guys.
It's going to be interesting, Bill. We're going to have a lot of questions answered over these next 2 weeks, that's for sure. Thanks so much. Runner at second, 1-2 count to Darwin Barney, the former Cub. Alex Guerrero walking a stolen base. Made so many changes with the Cubs. Barney was expendable. And there's ball 2. Darwin Barney, part of Oregon State's national championship a few years ago.
That was an impressive throw by John Hicks down the second base. He was able to get rid of it quickly. Had a lot on the throw. Reinheimer wasn't able to hold on to it, but it certainly was there in plenty of time to get the out at second base.
2-2 pitch from Carson Smith. Full count. Chavez, Jones, and Romero in the outfield. You got Rivero, Reinheimer, O'Malley, and Peterson in the infield. John Hicks catching. 3-2. Well hit left field. Going back Chavez. Running out of room. Gone. Darwin Barney with a home run. A 2-run shot. Dodgers have a 4-1 lead.
And that time it looked like it was a hanging slider. That's been part of the problem for Carson Smith here early in camp. Hasn't been able to get the pitch where he wants to. He just leaves that middle end, and that's danger zone.
Barney with 1 home run in 22 games with the Dodgers last year. 2 home runs in 72 games with the Cubbies. Scheibler stands in. Chops one foul. Scott Scheibler, left-handed hitter. Two and one. Four runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Dodgers. A run on 5 hits for the Mariners. 3 and 1. Puts a charge into this one. Romero can't get it. Jones backing up. Gets a throw in. 2-bagger.
And again, Carson Smith falling behind in the count. And they throw a fastball out over the plate. It was hit hard. Take another look at it. Look at the location of this pitch. Runs right back to the middle of the plate. You have to be able to work ahead now. Rick Weeks is going to make a trip out to the mound. Rick Waits, excuse me, going to make a trip out to the mound. And I'm sure that's what he's going to talk to him about, working ahead of some of these hitters.
A lot of teaching lessons this time of ball game in the spring for a guy like Rick Waits and all pitching coaches. With the emotions that these guys must go through. Pitchers, and you know you're right on the line, you're close.
All of these guys can do the math. They start counting the numbers of the guys that they know are on the team. And with this bullpen, it's the best bullpen. It's going to be difficult to be there. And there's just 1, maybe 2 spots at the most that you can fight for.
Here's Dixon. Okoye Dixon. Batting in the 3-hole, playing first base. The veteran Adrian Gonzalez went 1 for 3 with a run scored. Dribbles foul 0-2. I know it's middle of March, but if you had to make a pick, an early pick with in the National League West, who would you go with?
Ooh. Well, I like the Dodgers a lot. I
mean, they win the division last year and then get knocked out in the playoffs. Right. Another wild card situation for the Giants.
The Giants are always in the mix.
They get Matt Cain back healthy.
The Padres are going to be interesting to watch. You take a look. This is a better slider from Carson Smith. I think I'd probably go with the Dodgers. Mm-hmm. You?
I generally don't like to go with a repeat champion, but I'm just going to go with the Giants. I think they may. It's an odd year. They may be able to pull it off. They've won it in the last 3 even years. Padres are vastly improved, no question. But I think when we saw them earlier, we were discussing, can Will Myers cover gap to gap in center field? Is going to be a big problem, a big issue.
If he can, there's a lot of power in that outfield.
Yes, indeed. And they're hoping that Matt Kemp can stay healthy. Darnell Sweeney drives one deep to right. Going back is Romero. He's there to make the catch. Runner at second, Scheibler. He tags and goes to third, 2 away. So 2 outs in the 8th. And Lloyd McClendon going to make a pitching change. Austin Barnes will be the hitter. So the Dodgers have 2 on the board here in the top of the 8th. And they've opened up a 4-1 lead. And Carson Smith faces 5 batters in this appearance here in the 8th inning. Step aside for a moment. Dodgers lead by 3. here in Peoria. Live Mariners baseball. It's back for 2015 with MLB.com at bat on your smartphone or tablet. Stay connected with live radio broadcast, stats, breaking news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. I use it all the time, and this game moving into the 9th inning in our Field of Dreams. Looks like a tight contest. Justin Hermano takes over on the mound for the Mariners. We've seen Elias, Rollins, Farquhar, Olson, Smith, and now Hermano.
Figured we'd see a lot of relievers today. The Mariners have tomorrow off. Just trying to get these guys some work. It's like Mark Lowe starting to get loose in the pen for the Mariners.
Austin Barnes, catcher. Paints that outside corner. Hermano 1-1, a 3.86 ERA in 2 games. Got 2 1/3 innings under his belt so far. 2 strikeouts, no walks. Popped up. Hicks taking a look. Stays with it. And makes the play for the final out here in the 8th inning. Home 8th coming up. Mariners at the top of the order against the Dodgers, who lead it 4-1.
When you set out to find new roads, you build the Chevrolet Malibu, right?
We have 4 or 5 guys all on the right side of the infield. Right now, Dodgers lead this game 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. We want to help you get ready for the 2015 season, so every Monday, experience the greatest Mariners moments from last season with Mariners Mondays. Tune in tomorrow at 7 Pacific. We're going to take you back to August and watch the Mariners sweep the Blue Jays. For your local programming schedule, visit rootsports.com. Right now, we just like a comeback against the Dodgers. Dave.
Anything's possible, Angie. Anything's possible. Sold out crowd here, 13,055 here at the Peoria Sports Complex. Mariners at the top of the order. James Jones going to lead it off. And on the mound, Joe Weiland for the Dodgers.
First at bat of the afternoon for James Jones. Austin Jackson starting in center field. James taking over.
Jones was flying yesterday. He got a triple in the 9th. Always good to watch him run. And let's see, drove in 2 runs in the 9th inning with a base hit. And he walked in the 6th and scored on a double by Seth Smith. Well, you want to talk about
he's fun to watch.
Full throttle.
Yeah, he's fun to watch.
Oh, my goodness. It's 1-2 here. Takes up high.
He's been given a chance to play quite a bit. He has 24 at-bats in the spring.
Yeah. He's going to get a bunt down at one point. He's shown it a couple times.
Oh, now he's going to need a new bat.
Yeah. But we're at Salt River Field to talk stick yesterday, and we're up higher in the TV booth. And Rick Riz and Ken Phelps and I were just marveling. Get to watch him take off, and then he's at full speed in about a step and a half at best. It's unbelievable.
Long strides,
very
too.
talented, and cuts the bases beautifully. Full count. Up the middle. Shortstop boots it. Jones is aboard. Give him a base hit.
Take a look at James Jones get down the line in those long strides, and I think you see infielders make some mistakes because of his speed, trying to rush it and get rid of the ball a little quicker. Andy Chavez step in, his first at bat of the game. Indy in left field.
Third baseman in on the grass. Mariners down 4-1. That was the 6th hit for the Mariners. Fastball from Weiland for strike. A good lead by Jones. Joe Weiland out of Nevada, Reno, Nevada, 6'3", 208. Ball 1 to Indy Chavez. Indy providing some great moments for the Mariners last year. He's 3 for 9 here in the spring. 1 walk, 1 strikeout, caught stealing once. 1-1 pitch. Takes it for strike 2. Weiland was with the San Diego Ball Club, went 1-0 in 4 games. After spending some time in rookie ball, Double-A, and then Triple-A. Indy put it in play. The shortstop, there's 1. They do not get 2.
And
throw gets away.
Yeah, went in the camera well, I believe.
So Indy goes to second on that play. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. And this game looks like it's going deep. That's a heck of a catch.
That field has been busy today.
Here's O'Malley.
Well, looking out at the Mariners bullpen, looks like Mark Lowe is ready to go. He will pitch the 9th.
O'Malley bunts it foul 0-2. There's Mark in his second tour of duty with the Mariners. Mike Rojas, bullpen coach on the right. O'Malley looking for his second hit of the spring. He's 1 for 12. Breaking ball, he did go. Catcher throws down to complete the play. Strikeout 2-3. 2 outs. Bring up Stephen Romero. Came in a pinch run for Nelson Cruz in the 6th.
Jesus Montero on deck, so he's going to pinch hit for Ricky Weeks. Gets an opportunity.
Stephen Romero, 6 for 18, couple runs scored. No homers and an RBI. Did he go? He did, said the first base umpire. The 0-1. He's in an 0-2 hole. Joe Weidl, the pitcher. 5th hurler used today by Don Mattingly of the Dodgers. Andy Chavez at second. Breaking ball hit right to the shortstop. Throws high to retire Romero. Well, balloon action here in the desert. Have at it, boys. Tell us all about it down the road. 4-1 Dodgers.
Inning, Mariners still trailing the Dodgers by 3, 4-1. Hi, everyone. Angie Menting here at the Ford Sports Desk, reminding you to join us every single Sunday for a new episode of Mariners All Access. You can get exclusive player interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, and Mariner stories. Well, you're just not going to find them anywhere else. If you missed Sunday's episode, today's episode, tune in for a re-air tonight, 6:30 Pacific. For your local programming schedule, just visit rootsports.com. Guys?
A veteran Mark Lowe taking over on this beautiful day here in Peoria. A 13,055, a sellout. The Dodgers complex about 20 minutes, 25 minutes down the road in Glendale, so a lot of their fans are here. And earlier in the ball game, the berm was pretty much packed. Sitting room only. Here's Mark Lowe. Mark with a record of 2-1 here in the spring, a big ERA of 7.36. This will be his 5th game. Kyle Jensen, the hitter. Last time out, Mark had a couple tough breaks behind him defensively. Struggled with his command on top of that for a little bit. Center field, Jones pretty much in his tracks.
Well, I think the main thing with Mark is he looks healthy to me.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably evaluate him more as the spring moves on. A couple of tough outings for him early, but he looks like he's throwing his fastball, able to use his slider at times. And a couple of his outings, it's been pretty sharp. So overall, he's healthy.
This is Britton. Nice snag by DJ Peterson. Feeds to low. 2 quick outs. I've heard so much about DJ Peterson and his bat. He's shown a nice glove at first and third in the spring.
He's done a nice job on the corners. I think he's played third most of his career and in college. So moving over to first should not be a problem for him. And moving to first is probably a good idea since Kyle Seager is going to be around for a while.
Emphasis on for a while.
Yeah.
Kiki Hernandez. 2 outs. Quick 2 outs. The 0-1. That's a smash. Rivero can't get a glove on it. Patrick Kivlahan, throw to second. Got a chance. Safe. Hustle double by Hernandez.
It's a good play by Kivlahan out in left field. Take a look at this last pitch. And fastball in the middle of the plate, but Kivlahan getting to it, throwing a strong arm. Accurate throw. Looked like it was in time. I wonder if O'Malley just missed the tag. Yeah, he did. Good slide by Hernandez going back to the inside part of the bag.
Patrick Kivlahan in left field. We've seen him at first and third. Here's Alex Guerrero, the DH. 0 for 2, a walk and a stolen base. Strike 1. Bounce foul. Guerrero, just 11 games with the Dodgers last year, went 1 for 13. Lowe's got him on 2. Ball and 2 strikes. Lifted to left. Kivlahan given ground. Watches it hit off the fence. Hernandez scores. And thrown out at second is Guerrero. Boy, he started shutting it down between first and second. They put the tag on him. The run does count. 5-1 Dodgers as we go to the bottom of the 9th.
Get ready to experience the
A reminder of just how good Patrick Kivlehand's arm is. He didn't get the first throw, but this one, O'Malley gets the tag down in enough time. Probably threw 2 runners out at second base in the inning there if O'Malley can make a quicker tackle. All right, a reminder that we want to hear and see where you're watching today's game. Use the hashtag #WhereIRoot on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and keep them coming. We're getting them from all over the place, from Spokane, from down in Peoria as well. My son's supporting his favorite baseball team on a rainy Pacific Northwest day. We love to see it, Dan. Appreciate it. And Drake, watching the Mariners on my birthday. Happy birthday, my friend. Dave, back to you.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Beautiful day here in Peoria. 83 degrees and sunny at first pitch back in 105. Mariners down 5-1, bottom 9, and Jesus Montero do some pinch hitting here, leading off the 9th inning.
Pinch hitting for Ricky Weeks. Ricky Weeks, the DH today.
Montero 3 for 10. This will be his 6th game. No homers, 1 run batted in. He's behind. 0-2. Oh. Won't get that at bat back. 1, 2, 3, he goes.
Come off the bench, Dave. You want to be ready to hit. First fastball you get, try to take a swing at it. Montero just spectating in that at bat. Fastball, breaking ball, fastball on the outside corner.
Here's Rivero. Breaking ball on the outside corner from Joe Weiland. Rivero 2 for 13 this spring with an RBI. Nice throwing strikes.
Working both sides of the plate too. First strike was on the outside corner. That was a good fastball on the inside corner.
That one hung, and Rivero drills it into left field. They get a double with 1 out here in the 9th.
That's pretty good hitting after seeing a couple of fastballs. First breaking ball to him. As you mentioned, Dave, he leaves it probably middle in. He wanted to bounce this pitch, I'm sure. Curveball.
Here's John Hicks. John taking over for Mike Zunino, fouls it off. Hicks in his 7th game. Breaking ball hit foul. 3 for 8 with an RBI. Got to do some 2-strike hitting here. Fouls it back.
DJ Peterson waiting on deck.
Swinging bunt there. Nasty breaking ball that he just got a piece of, and it's thrown out.
So he has a good curveball, good 12-6 curveball. Been able to locate his fastball.
And 2 outs, runner at second here in the bottom of the ninth. 5-1 Dodgers. Brings up DJ Peterson. He struck out and popped out, along with a ground out back in his first at bat. Started the day at third base. Kyle Seager with the day off, moved over to first. Want to know to DJ. One-0. This is the breaking ball upstairs.
Well, 5-1 game. He should get a pretty good fastball to hit right here.
But he's in good shape count-wise, 2-0. Got it off the end of the bat. Mariners will enjoy a day off tomorrow, and they'll be back in action Tuesday. They'll be at the White Sox down at Camelback Ranch. Three and one to DJ. Ground ball to the second baseman. Bobbles. He is safe. Throws it away. Trying to score from third, and in safely is Rivero. E4.
A fairly routine play right off the end of the bat from DJ Peterson to the second baseman. At first he'll kick it. Ends up dropping it and rushed his throw. DJ running hard to first, though, right there. And then the throw is going to be wide.
Darnell Sweeney. Dixon couldn't handle it at first. 5-2 ball game.
Reinheimer going to get a chance to get a base hit. Came in from Marte.
Five runs and 11 hits, 2 errors for the Dodgers. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Mariners. Caught in between, 1-1. It's just the third game for Jack. 0 for 2. Chopper. Second baseman, another opportunity. Safe! Inning continues.
An infield hit. It's starting to get interesting now. Back to the top of the lineup with James Jones.
Let's see if Jonesy can drive a ball here. So 5-2 ball game. Jones represents the tying run. Infield hit for Jonesy back in the 8th. Strike one. Breaking ball. Handled by the first baseman. Takes him right to the bag, and that's your ball game. Dodgers win it 5-2. And again, we saw some nice work from David Rollins and Tyler Olson, just to name a couple. I liked what they did coming out of the bullpen.
Bullpen threw well today. A number of guys. Danny Farquhar had a good outing today. And I thought Elias threw the ball well, too, today. So good outing for the Mariners pitching. Only a couple of runs on the offensive side of things. Cano, though, just his second day back with the club, had a double off the base of the wall. So the guys will enjoy the day off tomorrow and get back after it on Tuesday.
Absolutely. Enjoy the day off, my men. And we will be back at it on Tuesday against the White Sox. Thanks for joining us, everybody, from beautiful Peoria on this glorious Sunday. For Mike Flowers, Brad Adam, and our entire crew, I'm Dave Sims. So long from Peoria.